Hello, welcome to Hope for Flint. I'm your host, Kristen Wolosinovich, and here by my side is my dear old friend, Eric Woodyard. Hello, sir.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, thanks for being here in the new studio. What do you think?
It's amazing. I hadn't been in the Ferris wheel at all since they remodeled it and
Really?
had it up. So I saw, a lot of different people posting pictures and stuff, but it's great to see it on the inside. I'm really impressed.
Isn't it cool? And there's a lot of great energy that flows within this building. 7 floors of amazingness.
Right.
So glad you got to visit. So you're in town, you're home visiting Flint town, your hometown, your home city. Tell us a little bit about what you're working on and what you're doing right now.
Oh yeah, so it's our off season right now. Just finished my second season covering the Utah Jazz for the Deseret News in Salt Lake City. So
I love
that was
it.
amazing city down there, amazing season. And I'm back home now. Me and my son's mother, we wrote a children's book for my son, my 5-year-old. So we released the book in March for his 5th birthday, but just kind of consistently getting the word out to young kids out here.
And that's why you're here today, because we're going to talk a little bit about the book. But for our viewers and listeners who don't know, you've been a sports reporter here in Flint for how many years?
I was from 2011 to 2017, I believe. So 6 years. I was covering all Flint. Got a chance to be around some of the greatest athletes to ever come out of here. So it was great, especially being a fellow Flintstone myself.
It was wonderful. You've been on my show several times, and you are a sports reporter, so you would come in, and there was it was during some crazy times, but
Right.
there was still a lot to report. It was
Right.
cool. It was good to hear some good news once in a while.
Definitely.
So now, when did you go to Utah? When did you move to Utah?
I moved there, I think it was 2017, late October, early November. So I moved out there. It was Donovan Mitchell. That's the star guard for the Utah Jazz. It was his rookie season. So I've been able to be a part of his rise. And obviously Kyle Kuzma from Flint, he played at the University of Utah. So he helped me out a little bit as far as getting acclimated there and gave me some suggestions of everything. So yeah, it's been a fun, these last 2 seasons. They've made the playoffs the last 2 years and could possibly be one of the better teams in the West.
No big deal. Kyle Kuzma. Hold on, let me pick up those names, Zach, that Eric keeps dropping.
That's my dude.
That is so great. I'm so proud of you and so excited for all of your success. And, you wear many hats, whether it's being a reporter, writer, and now a published children's author. How amazing is this? And what made you want to do it? And I love that you did it with your son's mother. I love it.
Right. Yeah, we thought of something to do instead of just constantly buying them shoes and Jordans and everything. Like, what could we do that could have a lasting impact on his life? So instead of just constantly buying them things and doing stuff that I've been doing, I thought of me and her strategized on a plan, and we came up. Let's do a children's book, and we actually hired a young girl as an illustrator, Shelby Baxter. She's from Flint, Michigan. She lives in Los Angeles. Incredible illustrator. If you check out the book. You guys can see it's on Amazon, and it's called Ethan's Talent Search. Yeah, and basically he finds what's his talent by what he's not good at. So it's all true characters, all real characters in his life, family and friends, and they have different talents of what they're good at, and he's not as good. And in the end, us as parents, we have to encourage him to continue to go after and fight for what he wants to become in life. So
what a great message, because I think now, especially in our society and with our kids, we hyper parent these kids. We think if we just put things in front of them, that's what being a good parent is. And also it is very competitive, whether it's academia, whether it's sports. And I think kids struggle, especially with social media. And like you said, every single child has massive talent. They just have to find it and leverage it.
Right.
And that's what it sounds like this book's, Ethan's
definitely.
Talent Search.
Definitely. And it's also good for, I know for me as a kid, we would get all these children's books and there would never be characters who looked like myself.
Got it.
To see other African-American characters and people that, not only him, his family and friends, when they get older, they can say they were in the book as well. So that's just as powerful, the message behind it.
And you'll look too, Ethan is in front of Burson Field
He
House.
had to be. It's little references of Flint and stuff in there, so we wanted to make Burston Field House.
Can I keep this book? Will you sign it? I'll buy it. I love it. It's so amazing. It's great. And again, people can buy it on Amazon.
Yeah, it's on Amazon. It's a Kindle version of it too. So and then we it's on Amazon. So
you can't Kindle this. You've got to have it. You've got to own it. It's tangible. It's too beautiful. And an illustrated for you to Kindle it. You got to have it and keep it. So do we see more books in your future? Did you enjoy the process?
I love the process. It wasn't my first book.
Okay.
My first book I done was 2015. It was titled Wasted, and that was about a functional alcoholic, a guy that was turning up and getting wasted and drunk, and from an urban perspective, though. So it was a lot of friends, and I had a friend who was kind of went through the situation. I took a lot of personal experience, friend experience, and we turned that into a short story. So that's also on Amazon.
Well,
and then
people can learn from that.
Yeah, definitely. It was something I feel like the city of Flint needed to hear. There's so many functional alcoholics that don't understand. And, definitely when you get to college, so much binge drinking and things like that. So it was something that I wanted to touch on from a perspective that people can understand. And also they featured me in the Flint anthology a couple years ago. So it was pretty cool being
That's
part of
great. And I'm looking at your shirt, your Clarissa Shields shirt. You are representing.
Yeah, that's my girl.
Are you going to be at the fight?
I'm going to try. I'm not sure. It'll be in the season, but I told her I'm going to try my hardest to make it.
To fly in.
That's my girl right there. So I'm always supporting her, and love everything she's doing.
I love her. I mean, talk about a total rock star badass. I mean, to where she came from and where she is now, and just now what a legacy and what a story and what a fight. I mean, no pun intended, but my God, what a struggle and what a win.
Right.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So it's very important for you to continually come back home. You're out spreading your wings. And one thing about Flintstones that's really important to them is come back to the community. And I know that's important for you.
Yeah, definitely. Always coming back to give back and speak, talk to kids, just show my face. And, I want to continue to get better in my career and continue to rise. And I want to be touching the community and knowing what's going on and not getting away and being big time. I mean, that's what all the guys did before us, from Morris Peterson and Mateen and Charlie and all those guys. I know for me, that inspired me a lot, being able to go to the Pro-Am games at Northwestern and being able to touch those guys and go to their camps. And but
they're down to earth and they're great men. They were great. Yeah. And that probably inspired you too.
Definitely inspired. I wouldn't be in the position I am now without having that, those guys plant that seed from that 2000 national team. Antonio Smith too. Shout out to him. So I mean, everybody from that era. I think they all just showed us that we can accomplish and be anything that we want to be.
That's exactly right. Did you always want to go into sports and broadcasting and writing?
No, I didn't. I went to play in the NBA just like everybody else in Flint. So growing up on Avenue B in Flint, I always wanted to play in the NBA. And then you get to a point it's like, hey, I'm not good enough to play in the NBA. So I still love basketball and I love writing. And my teacher from high school, Ms. Herman, she told me I should pursue writing. And I asked what could I do to mix basketball and writing at Western Michigan University, and the rest is kind of history.
You started writing at Western, and then because you were here in the city with MLive in the Journal, correct, for quite some time.
6 years,
yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah.
It's incredible, and now you're in Utah, and now there's probably even bigger, better things for you.
Keep our fingers crossed, hopefully.
Fingers crossed. So you're here in town for a little bit, and I saw you at Beats and Beers. What a great event. And what do you think about the transition of the city? Because you've been gone, I mean, it's not been a long time, but these past 5 years have been a little rough. What are your thoughts now on the excitement that's been going downtown and really throughout the community?
We're on a come up, like seriously. I mean, I'm constantly talking about Flint. Everybody probably get tired of me talking about back home, but I feel like we're seriously on the come up. I was so impressed by the Beats and Beers.
Wasn't it great?
The professionalism behind it. I'm impressed by this building. I'm impressed by the energy here. I just hope we can continue to just build off that. I mean, it's been Miles Bridges had his camp. Kyle Kuzma had his camp. Krim is doing great things. My son just did the Krim Kids Invitational thing recently. So it's just so many programs. It just feel like it's like a vibrant energy. And we're fighters here. We're fighters here.
You're seeing everyone's vision come to fruition. It's
finally.
It's really cool, isn't it? Right. How old is your son?
5 years old.
5 years old, and what is his name?
Ethan Woodyard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Ethan's talent search. And you get home a lot because he lives here in Michigan
he's here,
still.
Yeah. So he just started kindergarten this week as well. So being here for that.
Big boy. Big boy. It goes by fast, doesn't it?
It's a grind, but when you work hard at things, sometimes it takes a sacrifice. So that's my sacrifice with the position I'm in now, and I'm just hoping to continue to get better.
You're the best. Well, we'll continue to see you. You'll be a regular on the show, and we love to have you on when you're in town and in the city and talking about all the amazing things you're doing. Anything here in Flint? You see anything good happening here? You want to give us any predictions, any schools, any up-and-comers? What do the Detroit Pistons look like? I mean, are they even in the running? I mean, I don't know. Talk real quick.
I still pay attention to the Pistons. I'm interested to see what Derrick Rose is going to do out there. I'm very excited for the addition of him. I think he can bring something to the team if he stays healthy. As far as just locally, local talent, I mean, I just saw Jalen Terry yesterday from Beecher, little guard out there. He's headed to Michigan State. He's going to a senior year. Well, he's going to a senior year at Beecher, but he's a Michigan State commit, so he's the next up in line.
Wow.
Terry Armstrong, he just left for Australia today.
I saw that. I saw that on your social media.
So he's another young guy
that's
people
cool.
should check out for. It's just so much talent. I mean, not just only athletics, but just everything.
Yes. Well, and what's so great is while you're home, you still reach out to these local, athletes, and you're still reporting about them, which is amazing. So we love it. Okay, we love you, Eric Woodyard. We'll see you soon, and there is nothing but big things in your future. We know it. So you definitely are, sir.
Thanks for having me, for real.
You are hope for Flint.